The green onion that wasn't a garnish. You don't expect revelation from a garnish. You expect it from scripture, from lightning, from tragedy, not from a green onion. But this wasn't the little chopped sprinkle you toss on ramen. This thing was enormous, thick, towering, almost absurd. You look at it and think, that's not garnish anymore. That's presence. That's substance. That's the whole plate. And that was the first shock, not the cooking, the size. Because we have been trained to think of green onions as decoration, accent, optional brightness, the finishing touch. And that's how most people think about God. A little sprinkle, a little spiritual garnish, something you add at the end to make the plate look complete. But what if the garnish was the ingredient? What if the thing you thought was peripheral was the whole substance? The chef didn't reach for anything else. He didn't complain. He didn't ask for backup. He asked a single question. What if this was all I had? And in that question, the universe collapsed into one stalk. Raw, it was sharp, almost aggressive. You bite into it and it pushes back. That's ego. That's identity. That's the mind unexamined. But then he applied heat, not to destroy it, to expose it. Slow grill, char at the edges, pressure into broth, steam into custard, fry into sauce. And something impossible happened. Sweetness emerged from the same stalk. Nothing added, nothing replaced, just revealed. The sugars were always there. They needed transformation to be tasted. The judges were blindfolded. No visual bias, no plating influence, pure perception. And one of them said something that should shake theology. It tastes like every green onion dish. Of course it did. Because when you go deep enough into one thing, you encounter everything. Multiplicity is preparation method, not substance. The dish was technically a steamed egg custard. Silky, neutral, subtle. But the egg was not the star. It was the vessel. You were eating egg, but you were tasting green onion. Form carried it. Essence defined it. The world is the egg. Mind is the green onion. You think you are tasting circumstances. You are tasting consciousness. You think you are reacting to events. You are reacting to perception. The egg holds. The onion flavors. Remove the onion and you have structure without meaning. Remove mind and there is nothing to perceive. Then the chef said the word that split the room. I'm exposing them. I'm revealing all their secrets. Exposure is not violence. It is structural honesty. A three-legged chair doesn't explode. It simply cannot stand once you see what is missing. Exposure lets illusion cave in on itself. The green onion didn't need to be replaced. It needed to be taken to its limit. Now sit with the physics. What if mind is the only ingredient? What if projection is the only mechanism? What if separation is the only distortion? Raw perception, charred perception, steamed perception, condensed perception, sweetened perception, layered perception. Same field, different transformations. We have mistaken variety for multiple substances, but maybe it's one stalk, prepared infinitely. The larger the onion, the harder it is to pretend it's garnish. The larger the metaphor, the harder it is to pretend God is secondary. We shrink what we cannot control. We dice it small. We sprinkle it on the side. We keep it decorative. But when it stands on the plate in full size, dominating the dish, you are forced to confront it. What if the thing you've treated as accessory is the only thing there is? What if mind is not a feature of reality? What if it is reality? Imagine you wake up tomorrow and discover there is only one ingredient in existence. Every conversation, every conflict, every joy, every fear. Raw, grilled, Charred, steamed, fried, distilled. Different preparations, same stalk. You have spent your life asking for more ingredients, more proof, more complexity, more variety. But what if the universe has been whispering the same question all along? What if this was all you had? And what if that was enough? Picture the camera pulling back. A single green onion on a black plate. Larger than it should be. Impossibly present. Dominating the frame. You reach for garnish. There is none. You reach for alternatives. There are none. You realize the garnish was never garnish. The side was never the side. The vessel was never the star. And as the screen fades to shadow, a voice you cannot see asks quietly, "Are you tasting life? Or are you tasting mind?" Because if there is only one ingredient, you have been cooking with it all along.